Mitch, why don't we begin with your thoughts on the presidential race?
Mark, President Trump returned to North Carolina this week, going to Wilmington to help commemorate the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. And as that was happening, we were seeing increasing signs that this presidential race is tightening up. You could see it in a number of respects. One of them is an Emerson College poll that shows Joe Biden's lead diminishing over President Trump. It had been 4 points a couple of months ago, now down to 2 points. So we're almost in the statistical dead heat measure. And of course, if you look at the national polls, those aren't as helpful for our political process as the state-by-state polls, especially in battleground states. A very interesting one that came out recently in Minnesota, which Democrats won in 2016. It really is a statistical dead heat. Biden and Trump with both 46% and change. That makes things very interesting. We've also seen now, as we get closer and closer to Election Day, two different themes about how this presidential election is playing out. A real emphasis on the Democrat side of COVID-19 and the continuing challenge of the pandemic, and the notion that President Trump just isn't the right person to handle it. On the other side, President Trump and his team focusing on law and order and the street violence that we've seen, and suggesting that Joe Biden and the Democrats who work with him would not be the ones to handle it. It's very interesting that this message of law and order seems to be having some resonance among those security moms, the suburban moms that President Trump has to get a large segment of if he wants to win re-election.